Good Wednesday evening, September 18th, and welcome to the NCWLIFE Evening News. I'm Grant Olson. Here are a few of the stories we have coming up for you tonight. The Town Toyota Center is working to recover $250,000 it paid to a fake agent to reserve a concert date with the pop supergroup Imagine Dragons. The Wenatchee motorist who struck and injured a motorcyclist last spring west of Leavenworth will serve a 43-month prison sentence. Sunny and warm weather is on tap through the week and into our weekend. Your full end-of-summer forecast is coming up. A Chalan County jury on Monday convicted a 78-year-old man of 13 sex abuse counts against a minor child, including rape and molestation. Wesley Allen Cheney Sr. of Chelan was found guilty of sexually abusing the victim for years, from early childhood all the way to age 11. Investigators say Cheney was a friend of the victim's family and was often alone with the child. Chelan County Sheriff's deputies arrested him in spring of 2022 after the child disclosed multiple instances of abuse. He was charged with 14 sex offenses and acquitted of just one, communication with a minor for immoral purposes. The jury took just 2 hours and 40 minutes to convict Cheney on Monday after 3 days of testimony. Judge Travis Brandt ordered his $1 million bail revoked and confined him to the Chelan County Jail until he's sentenced October 18th. He's likely to spend the rest of his life in prison. The Town Toyota Center is working to recover $250,000 it paid to a fake agent to reserve a concert date with the pop supergroup Imagine Dragons. An agent who identified himself as part of the band's management company was introduced to the Town Toyota Center by their booking company, Harmony Artists. The Wenatchee Arena wire transferred $250,000 to the agent to reserve the concert date, only to find out the agent was a fraud roughly 3 weeks later. The Town Toyota Center is now working with the booking company and insurance agency to get a full refund and is collaborating with law enforcement in hopes of catching the person responsible for the scam. Chalan County's summer project of repairing 5 local bridges is now complete. Though the Pashaston Bridge was the only bridge closed, repairs were made to Ardenvohr, New Griffith, Chelan Falls, and Stone Hill bridges. The project kicked off with work on the Pashaston Bridge in June and concluded last week with repairs to the Chelan Falls and Stone Hill bridges. The project cost roughly $3.6 million, but was fully covered by grant funding from the Washington State Department of Transportation, that according to Chelan County Public Works. The Wenatchee School District wants to hear feedback on challenges affecting the school district, its school facilities, and its need for future improvements. In a press release, WSD said the survey is part of the district's efforts to address the challenges related to enrollment declines and aging buildings. Feedback is wanted from parents, staff, and community members, and the district will use the data to inform and guide future facility improvement plans. The survey is available in both English and Spanish and can be found on the WSD website. The survey will close on September 24th. When we come back, wildfires continue to burn in the backcountry of Chelan County, but the milder weather means there will soon be fewer restrictions on residential campfires. And this week, the 4 police agencies in Chelan and Douglas counties are using the Wenatchee Valley Super Oval to practice the technique called a pit maneuver. I'm Grant Olson, and you're watching the NCWLIFE Evening News.
Riley Gaines, the All-American female swimmer at the University of Kentucky, is our guest speaker for the Chelan County Republican Lincoln Day Dinner and Fundraiser, September 22nd at 6 p.m. at the Wenatchee Convention Center. Riley's call to action is to defend and protect America's daughters from competing with and sharing locker rooms with biological men. Join us for an exciting evening with Riley Gaines and support our local candidates. VIP event at 5, dinner at 6. Go to Chelan County Lincoln Day at gmail.com for tickets.
Paid for by the Chelan County Republican Central Committee.
Hi, I'm Mike Steele, and I've been honored to serve you as our state representative for District 12 for the last 8 years. With experience in several leadership roles in civic organizations, as well as being a lifelong resident, I've championed projects that have made a difference in our community. I plan to continue the progress we've made together.
Re-elect Mike Steele, your voice in Olympia. Together we can achieve more. Visit votemikesteele.com. Paid for by the citizens to elect Mike Steele.
Thank you for trusting Appy's legendary pizza for 60 years. Your hard-earned money supports hundreds of youth working at our parlors, dozens and dozens of nonprofits and school teams throughout the area. At Appy's, doing good in the neighborhood has never tasted so delicious. Can you smell it? It's not arugula and pear. It's bacon, and cheddar. Yep, everybody's favorite pizza is back on sale this month at Abby's, loaded with 2 kinds of bacon and real cheddar cheese. Enjoy Abby's September special at a very special price.
A ductless unit from Carrier can keep anyone comfortable. Take Shelly, for instance. She finds me time in her new attic-turned-home gym. And with her Carrier ductless unit, the temperature is always perfect, no matter how intense her workout gets. Carrier. Total comfort, totally happy.
Turn to the experts, Carrier and Alpine Air. Heat and air, call Alpine Air.
The Wenatchee motorist who struck and injured a motorcyclist last spring west of Leavenworth will serve a 43-month prison sentence. Stephen Mario Perez was intoxicated when he caused that wreck and pleaded guilty last month to charges of vehicular assault and eluding police. Perez struck the 53-year-old motorcyclist with his 2000 Honda Accord near Winton. Prior to that, he fled from Wenatchee police, who attempted to pull him over for driving recklessly at high speeds through the city. Judge Robert Jordan imposed the 43-month sentence on Monday. Perez had 2 prior convictions for driving under the influence. Wildfires continue to burn in the backcountry of Chalan County, but the milder weather means there will soon be fewer restrictions on residential campfires. Chelan County Fire Marshal Chris Pedersen says the county's fire restrictions will drop to stage 1 on Friday. That means campfires can be set in the unincorporated areas of the county if they're at a residence and contained in a designated campfire area. Previously, the county was at stage 2, which prohibits almost all campfire activity. Target shooters may also begin practicing in the rural county so long as they don't use exploding targets or incendiary ammunition. Yard waste burning is still prohibited, and county rules may vary from those on public lands. Check the regulations before you go. Driving like a cop takes some practice, especially the move called the pit maneuver. It stands for Precision Immobilization Technique, and it's a method to stop a fleeing car with a nudge from a patrol vehicle. This week, the 4 police agencies in Chelan and Douglas counties are using the Wenatchee Valley Super Oval to practice the technique. It's one of a number of methods police use to force a car to a stop, alongside measures such as spike strips and roadblock. Coming up next, Wenatchee Valley students got a visit from an internet-famous police officer this week who works to unite youth and law enforcement. More on that coming up in tonight's feature story. Get ready for beautiful end-of-summer weather through the rest of the week. I'll have all the details coming up in your full local weather forecast. That and much more still to come tonight. Please stay with us.
The Lake Chelan Chamber of Commerce presents Wonders of Wooden Avenue.
Welcome to the newest and funnest fashion boutique on Wooden, featuring mountain chic clothing and men's footwear from UGG, Brixton, Sorel, and Free People. Walk on into the Tiffany Blue Building on the 2nd block of Wooden and check it out.
It is nearly impossible to describe what you'll find in Lush Life. It's an eclectic collection of items from around the world. See it for yourself at the corner of Wooden and Emerson.
Wonders of Wooden Avenue, North Central Washington's premier shopping district.
How do you think like an entrepreneur?
I have had it in mind starting my own business. This is all really good to know right now. I am currently making a vision board. I am talking about my well-being, my personal finances, and habits that I would like to work on and to improve myself to be a better entrepreneur.
public notice. With summer ending, there's never a better time than now to get your new or used RV at Click It RV. New RVs for $199 over invoice, and used RVs priced below Blue Book. Top brands like Grand Design, Winnebago, Rockwood, and more. Priced at deals you'll never see again. No payments until 2025 and low first time ever interest rates for the summer end liquidation sale. Nobody beats a Click It RV deal.
I'm Richard Sherman, and we guarantee it.
Trades welcome. Don't miss this liquidation event going on now at a Click It RV store near you. Click It RV.
I'm Jim Heinlein, and I've been working with you all for about 20 years now. And it's safe to say I've seen most every situation as it relates to annual election period. This AP is going to be like a tsunami. It's not tall, but it's huge in effect. And when the water retreats, you're going to see the damage to those who didn't react properly. So what is a proper reaction? Well, call a local insurance professional like Springwater Insurance. We have already developed a strategy for those of you who need a change. Give us a call at 509-888-2600.
Wenatchee Valley students got a visit from an internet-famous police officer this week who works to unite youth and law enforcement. The East Wenatchee Police Department teamed up with the area's school resource officers Together for Youth and the Eastmont, Wenatchee, and Cashmere school districts to bring Ryan Tillman to the area. Tillman has almost 290,000 followers on TikTok and 115,000 on Instagram, and is the founder of Breaking Barriers United, which aims to foster relationships between law enforcement and the community they serve. In tonight's feature story, NCWLIFE News caught up with Tillman about his work before the assembly at Eastmont High School yesterday.
So Breaking Barriers United was an organization that I started about 8 or 9 years ago with the sole purpose of bridging the gap between law enforcement and the community. It's since evolved into much more, and now I travel across the country trying to resolve conflict amongst one another. Now my work primarily focuses on just unifying divides and bridging those divides, which started at just divides against law enforcement and the community has now since evolved into just how do we resolve conflict in general. And it really gets down to three important components, which is lead with love, lead with empathy, and lead with respect. And if we can do those three things, you can resolve any type of conflict. So I ended up a police officer because my dad's best friend was a police officer. And at the time I was like, absolutely not, don't want to be a police officer, don't like police officers. But after praying about it, I asked God, what do you want me to do with my life? I went into the door, and that's when the door just kind of flew off the hinges and I became a police officer. The way I ended up here is, so I have a pretty large social media following. So I get people from all over the country that will reach out to me because they saw a video that I promoted or a presentation that I did. One of the officers from this community reached out and said, hey, would you be willing to come and talk to our students about helping and assisting them resolve conflict? And so that's how I ended up here in Wenatchee, Washington. Today, the premise of today's presentation is going to look like, how do we get back to the basics of being good human beings and good for one another? And like I said earlier, you do that by leading with love, empathy, and respect. So I'm going to talk to the kids about being strategic with every move that they make, almost like the game of chess, but I'm also going to walk them through what it looks like to resolve conflict. So speaking of my social media presence, the way I got into it, I actually was doing a lot of this work, but nobody knew about it. So I ended up trying to go out there and educate people more by showing them what I did when it came to presentations. But more importantly, about 8 or 9 years ago, I saw a police video on social media, which was hectic, and nobody knew what was going on. So I started to narrate that video so the audience would understand what they were watching, and that actually kind of went viral. And so I started doing more breakdown videos as to what people are watching when they see these law enforcement encounters. And that's not to mention, I also had a viral dance video that went viral years ago of me as an officer. Currently, I'm still a police officer. I work for the Chino Police Department, which has been a phenomenal organization. I don't work as much as I used to as an officer. I work part-time there, so I work about once or twice a month on patrol, but I still love it, and I still love pouring back into my community. So where else have I gone for this time to work? I have gone all over the country. I've probably been to almost all 50 states, from Newark, New Jersey, Tennessee, Dallas, Texas, obviously Southern California. I travel all over for this work. I was just in Arizona 2 days ago. So it's been a phenomenal journey. I feel like I'm really doing God's work, but it's mostly more so impactful. I was at Cashmere earlier today, which was a great experience. And I had a lot of students come up to me after talking about the message I gave changed their life. And so that's what it's all about. If I could change one life, that's all it's about. The response I get is pretty overwhelmingly positive. A lot of people don't realize the change that they need to make in their life until we actually talk about those issues. But I've actually seen even greater change occur when I've had students say, hey, look, I was going through some situations and you helped me resolve it. So that's where you actually see real change start to occur. I just want to say thank you guys for the hospitality. The Wenatchee community has had nothing but phenomenal, Southern hospitality, even though we're not in the South. And so it's just been great. And so I just thank you guys for this opportunity to impact your kids.
Time now to take a look at your North Central Washington weather forecast. Hope you had a fantastic Wednesday. Boy, this late summer weather we're getting right now is awfully nice, isn't it? Another sunny day across North Central Washington and a beautiful shot outside our weather window from this afternoon, looking down at the Wenatchee Valley. That's our Wenatchee Heights Sky-Fi Tower camera. And if you like what you saw today, you're going to like the rest of the week too. Dry weather right into the upcoming weekend. We're going to see temperatures, at least for us, just slightly above average the next couple of days. And boy, we're going to see lots of sunshine too. And then by the weekend, we'll see an increase in clouds late in the day Saturday, especially Sunday, with some shower activity possible late Sunday afternoon. But boy, in the meantime, enjoy this weather. Unofficially today, 80 degrees our high temperature, 76 is our normal high, and 90 our record. That was set back in 1994. Nice and mild this morning. 59 degrees. 52 is where we should be for a normal low this time of year, and 41 our record low set in 1988. Sun came up this morning at 6:43 and sets tonight at 7:05. All right, lots of 80s on our map as we get into your Thursday. That includes Moses Lake, Ephrata, Quincy, Wenatchee into Entiat, and also Chelan. We will all see 80 degrees tomorrow. Omak 81, and then just a little cooler in the Upper Valley, 76 for Lake Wenatchee, and upper 70s for both Leavenworth and for Cashmere. It looks like a beautiful Thursday on tap. The reason, big area of low pressure that's out in the Pacific, that's clearing our skies out and keeping our temperatures about seasonal. We'll see that for overnight lows tonight, with lows dropping down into those mid-50s. For your Thursday, sunny and warm out there. We're going to see lots of sunshine all over central and eastern Washington. High temperatures tomorrow, as we mentioned, right around that 80-degree mark, so just slightly above normal. For your Friday, sunny, just a little bit cooler. Here's that high pressure, but it's also ushering in a cooler northwesterly flow. Not much cooler, though. We'll get back to normal with high temperatures in the mid-70s. Should be a beautiful night for football on Friday. For Saturday, mostly sunny skies. Just some of those high clouds out there as that ridge of high pressure noses into the Pacific Northwest. We'll kick off our weekend with afternoon high temperatures in the mid-70s. And then as we get into Sunday, the first full day of fall. Yeah, can you believe that already? Increasing clouds, a 30% chance that we'll see some rain showers, and they will be widely scattered and very light in nature if we do see any rain on Sunday. High temperatures mid-70s. And boy, is it going to get nice to start off our next week. Mostly sunny on Monday and warmer. Notice the area where the high pressure is. It's bringing that tropical warmth into our area. We're talking upper 70s for high temperatures on Monday, and then even warmer than that. We're going back to summer, even though Tuesday will be well into fall. Sunny skies and warmer. High temperatures on Tuesday jumping up into those low 80s. All right, 7-day forecast. 59 once again overnight tonight. 80 for your Thursday high, 53 for the low, and then we'll stay in the mid-70s for Friday, Saturday, into Sunday. But remember, we do have that 30% chance of rain on Sunday. Very light rain if we see any at all Sunday. And then just back to the beautiful weather both Monday and Tuesday. Sunny skies, 78 Monday, and 82 your high temperature on Tuesday. And that's a look at your North Central Washington weather forecast. Coming up next, tonight's Sports Report with Eric Granstrom and more as the NCWLIFE Evening News continues right after this.
Enjoy the sounds of summer from your very own pool and spa. Blue Lagoon is now scheduling pool installations for this summer. Call today to schedule a free consultation for a custom San Juan fiberglass pool. And let the experts at Blue Lagoon handle the construction, installation, and regular maintenance. Turn your boring backyard into vacation paradise this summer with industry-leading San Juan pool. No need to go off the deep end. Relax knowing you're in great hands with Blue Lagoon Pool and Spa.
Want to stay up to date on the latest news in the area? Tired of paying for your news? Download the NCWLIFE app now. No subscriptions necessary. Get news, weather, sports, and more live as it happens. Available for iPhone and Android in the App Store. Local news at your fingertips. Don't miss the stories that matter to you. Stay connected. Download the NCWLIFE app now.
Oh, a happy Wednesday to you. Now, so far this season, the Mariners were 15-1 while wearing their City Connect uniforms at T-Mobile Park. Didn't help last night. They were bombed by the Bronx Bombers 11-2. Ouch. Aaron Judge drove in 4 runs before you could even blink as New York pummeled Brian Wu, knocking the Mariners starter out after 4 2/3 with 7 runs on 9 hits and 2 home runs. The highlights are mostly Yankee highlights, so I'm sorry if you're not a Yankee fan, just avert your gaze.
So right out of the gate, the Yankees, 2nd and 3rd, nobody out for Aaron Judge. Line drive down the left field line. It's a base hit. It'll go into the corner. Torres scores. Soto scores. Judge stops at second with a 2-run double. And the Yankees lead 2-0. 1-2. Line drive base hit. Verdugo scores. Torres coming home. He'll score. Another 2 ribbies for Judge, a 2-run single. And the Yankees lead 4-0.
Polo at 202, 14 homers and 39 runs batted in. Polo rides one, deep right field, say goodbye! Jorge Polanco, home run number 15, RBI number 40, the Mariners on the board. It's 4-1 Yankees. That is a great sign to see that guy starting to leave the yard.
Soto a double and a walk tonight. That one's driven out to left center field and deep. Going back, J-Rod, turning, looking, see ya! He checked the box. He's now homered in every ballpark in baseball. A 2-run blast, and the Yankees lead 6-1. And it is also his 200th home run of his career. 3-2. Club to center field. J-Rod back, still back, track, wall, see ya! Dominguez first home run of the year, and it's 7-1 Yanks. Runners go. That one's driven into right center field. That is in there, and it goes all the way to the wall. 1-run scores, 2-run score, 3-run score. Austin Wells with a bases clearing double, and the Yankees lead 10-1.
Who go for 3. Fly ball deep left center field. That's got carry. That's got distance. It's gone. Luke Raley with a home run, his 21st. RBI number 55. Oh, good for Luke.
And here's Oswaldo. And he lines one, a base hit to left field. And they are going to send home Jazz Chisholm. So it's an RBI single. And the Yankees are up 11-2.
Seattle hopes to wash the memories of last night's game away with another against the Bronx Bombers. That'll be tonight at 6:40 on Root Sports Northwest. Wenatchee bounced back from its first loss of the season in the championship match of last weekend's Sundome Volleyball Festival with a straight set win over West Valley last night. The Panthers improved to 3-0 in straight play and 2-0 in the Big Nine with a 25-7, 15-17 win. NCWLIFE broadcast the match live and afterwards caught up with senior captains Ava Jo Berry and Kira Demersion.
Here's a service by West Valley. Up front, kill attempt, spinning, winning, Wenatchee. Claire Demersion, appropriately enough, wraps it up for the Wenatchee Panthers as they win it 25-17.
Comparing to last few years, this year we came back with a little bit more drive. We had a loss on Saturday, so this was kind of us battling through that and finding motivation there, so yeah.
I hope I introduced her, Ava Jo Berry. I don't know if I introduced you or not. Sorry about that. I want to talk about that loss on Saturday. Last year, of course, an amazing season for you guys. I mean, you lose, one set, and that was to West Valley, and all of Big Nine play. You had one loss against Gonzaga Prep, go to the state tournament. You end up winning the whole darn thing. But we talked about that loss against G Prep maybe being a good thing. So the loss against Davis last weekend, might that be a good thing?
Oh, definitely, for sure. And I think we're lucky it happened so early in season, just for it to get put into perspective of us of the things that we need to work on and how that can help us achieve our goals in the future.
You guys were the underdogs in the past, and now you're the ones being chased. Does that change your approach?
Well, yeah, we actually talked about that. We had a practice the other day where Ava Jo, our other captain, brought up that we actually play better when we think of ourselves as the underdogs. So rather than taking in what other people, like the outside comments of like you won state, like having this target on your back, we like to think of ourselves as the underdogs and being able to like perform in that way and come back. And so we are thinking of ourselves as the underdogs.
East Blunt fell in a classic last night at home to Sela 3-2 after winning the opener 28-26. Wildcats fell 25-21 and 25-23 before forcing a fifth set with a 25-23 victory. The Vikings took the match in the fifth set 15-11. Moses Lake also pushed Davis to the brink before the Pirates survived with a 3-2 win. Mavericks bounced back after a 25-21 loss in the first set to win the second 25-21. Davis won the third 25-20 before Moses Lake forced the fifth set with a 25-23 victory in the third. Pirates came away with the win, downing the Mavs 15-8 in that finale. Other volleyball last night, it was Ephrata sweeping Othello. Riverview swept Quincy. Chelan took all three from Omak Cascade, earned its second win of the season. Congrats to the Kodiaks. They swept Bridgeport. Liberty Bell got by Lake Roosevelt 3-1. Also posting three-set sweeps were Tenasket, Waterville, Mansfield, Pateras, Moses Lake Christian, also winners last night. There were a few lopsided games in prep girls soccer last night. Brewster beat Lake Roosevelt 10-2. Okanagan shut out Liberty Bell 4-0. Cascade blasted Bridgeport 13-1. Tenasket edged Pateras 2-1. It was Omak all over Oroville 15-1. Chelan down Manson 4-1. Davis edged Moses Lake 4-3. Othello and Ephrata played to a 0-0 tie. Wenatchee topped West Valley on the road by a final of 4-1. NCWLIFE will be out at Leiboftel Field of the Apple Bowl on Friday when the Wenatchee Panthers host the Eisenhower Cadets in Big Nine football. Grant Olson, Brandon Harley, and yours truly will have the pregame beginning at 6:30. Kickoff slated for 7 o'clock. Also, one final note, we just learned that the Bridge of Sportsmanship game has been moved from Friday, October 4th to Saturday, October 5th because of a lack of officials. It will kick off in the Apple Bowl at 6 o'clock on Saturday instead of Friday. That's sports news. I'm Eric Granstrom. Have a happy Wednesday.
And that will do it for our newscast tonight. For more news from around North Central Washington, you can find us at ncwlife.com, on our social media channels, or on our mobile app for iPhone and Android. And remember, if you see news happening, we'd like to hear from you. Email us at news@ncwlife.com or give us a call at 888-6295. I'm Grant Olson. Thanks so much for being with us, and have a great night.
It might be sunny now, but fall is in the air, and we've got you covered here on the NCWLIFE channel. If it's Wenatchee Panther football, volleyball, or girls soccer, we've got you covered. So tune in to your local TV station, the NCWLIFE channel, for Wenatchee Panther sports.
Coverage is presented by our Platinum supporter, Alpine Air Heating and Cooling, Abby's Pizza, Apple Valley Honda, Coldwell Banker Cascade Real Estate, Global Car Care, Harvest Valley Pest Control, and Highlander Golf Course and Grill.